Hello amazing leaders, and welcome to day 60 of the Amazing 90-Day Challenge. So we're 2/3 of the way through, and today I want to talk about some of the things that's happened over the last 60 days, and I've entitled today's podcast and talk, Be Honest. So I want to be honest with you about the last 60 days and also what's maybe coming up in the next 30 days to be able to complete this amazing 90-day challenge. So first of all, it hasn't been easy. That's my first honest remark. To be able to do a podcast today and also for the majority of those days record a Facebook Live and also share that on Instagram and on YouTube as well. And then obviously edit and post up the podcast each day as well. Most of the time I do those in the morning before I start work, so it's an early start. I'm having to think of different topics each day. Some of those have come from other people sometimes, or we've been going through different mini-series within the 90 days. So that's not been too difficult, but other days there has been sometimes where, a bit like a writer's block, you'll just get a mental block and think, what do I have to talk about today that's going to be interesting and hopefully engaging with people that are listening and watching. So that's my first honest remark as well. I've enjoyed the challenge though. I've enjoyed rising to the challenge to be able to see whether I can do something. And actually the motivation now that I'm up to 60 days of doing it is to keep going for these next 30 days. So I think the last 30 days, although I know they're going to be difficult still, because you're running out of content maybe, other commitments are coming along, all those different things. But what's going to happen is that we're going to get closer and closer to that finish line, and that will spur me on to keep going. So I hope you're still getting encouraged by these. I hope that you're doing something yourself of a 90-day challenge. I hope that you've decided on something that you're going to challenge yourself with and have actually started, or maybe today's the day you're actually going to start it. If you listen to this for the first time as well, you can go back through and listen to all 60 days so far and then carry on listening to the end as well if you like. So talking about being honest, as amazing leaders we should always be honest, and that starts with ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves. What are we, if we're lying to ourselves about certain things, then that's going to just start the whole thing off on the wrong foot. So once we've got that honesty with ourselves, and maybe that's a challenge for you today, is to think about, am I being 100% honest with myself about everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm trying to be, or everything that I've become, or are there areas there that you're not quite sure about? And this is what this podcast is about, is to challenge you to think differently and to think more openly about yourself, those around you, those that you surround yourself with, and things that you want to do going forward as well. So first of all, start with yourself. Then, very soon after that, you need to start with those around you that you really trust. Now, this is important. I think as amazing leaders, we're often privileged to know more information about certain situations than other people are. So it's important that you really trust those around you to be able to rely on those, to be able to do whatever it is that you really want to do, and make sure that they aren't going to relay that information onto other people as well. So once you've got that, and it'll be a very small handful of people, potentially maybe even one or two, that you can really trust, make sure you're honest with them at all times as well. Now, whilst I'm saying that, there are other people that you're going to be leading or that are going to be around you that aren't in that very small group of people that you really trust, that you would be able to be open with everything. But those people aren't stupid as well. So they will know something's going on. They may know the exact thing that's going on sometimes in your life or in your business or in your family, whatever it might be. So don't treat them as stupid, because they're definitely not. So don't ever lie to people. Don't lie to yourself first and foremost, and those around you as well, because that sets you off on a really bad path as well. There's a simple phrase that I like to use, is the truth is easy to remember. So if you know what you're saying is true, you don't have to keep remembering what lies you've made up. But that also means you don't have to share everything with everyone. So be selective as who you share with, and who you're open and honest with, and to what degree. But don't lie to people. Don't treat people like they're stupid. They often know what's going on before you do sometimes. So be open to that as well. One of the best things that I learned, and I learned it too late in life as well, was to say, I don't know, when someone says a question to me and they think I should know the answer, or I think I should know the answer. Now, a lot of the time people aren't trying to catch you out. They're just asking you a question that you may or may not know the answer to. But the most empowering thing that I have learned is to say, I don't know, but let's find out, so we can find out the answer together, and then we'll both know and we'll both be informed. You're not supposed to know everything. Nobody on this planet knows every answer to every question. So don't worry about that. If you don't know the answer, then just say, I don't know. Don't try and bluff your way. Again, people will know that you don't know, and then you're just losing face with them and credibility. So if you don't know the answer to something, then just tell them, I don't know. It's a really good question. Let's find out. Learn from two types of people as well. Learn from other honest people around you. I hope you've got a selective few people that you know are really honest with you and that you can be honest with them too. What are they like? How do they portray themselves to others? How do they present themselves to the world? Do you see where they're honest, really honest and open with some people and not so honest and open with other people? They don't lie. They don't treat people stupidly, but they are not 100% honest and open with them either. So we want to learn from those people, the honest people. But always there's an opposite to that as well. And we can always learn from those as well. Learn from the dishonest people that we know or that we've met. What have you learned from them? Now, these aren't skills that you want to learn to copy, but these are skills that you want to learn to be able to see that other people that you may come in contact with in the future are going to be dishonest with you too. Or if you have some of those traits, even to a small degree, you need to tidy up those because you don't want to come across as dishonest at all whilst you're being an amazing leader. So we can always learn from the good and the bad in different things, whether it's honesty or other things in life as well. So don't just discard those as we don't want to know anything about that. You're going to have dishonest people in your life. That's just a fact, unfortunately. But don't waste that opportunity to learn, to be able to improve your skills and also learn from honest people as well. And you want to surround yourself with more honest people than you do dishonest people, obviously, as well, because we're the average of the 5 people that we surround ourselves with and spend the most time with. So learn from both types of people. And then you, today, have got to make a choice. You need to choose to stay on the honest path from this day forward. So if that's ever been an issue for you, which I hope it hasn't, but if it has, then you can choose today, I'm drawing a line in the sand, I'm going to be honest with myself, with a select few around me that I really trust. I'm not going to treat people like they're stupid. I'm not going to lie anymore. I may not tell everyone the whole truth, but I will tell them the truth because it's easier to remember. And then as things evolve, I can tell them more if that's appropriate as well. And I'm always going to say that I don't know when someone asks me questions if I don't know the answer fully. But you're going to find out what it is and learn from that as well. And then learn from honest and dishonest people alike because they've both got a lesson to teach you. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you'll have an amazing day. And remember, why be average when you can be amazing?